If you have not watched the previous video, please watch it first. The link is available in the description or in the I button. Picture this: a major fast food chain drops a coupon online for a free $6 bucket of chicken. Instantly, people flock to the restaurants. They are standing in line for hours, 3, maybe 4 hours, just waiting. All for a $6 bucket of chicken? Why on earth do they do this? Well, the terrifying truth is that these folks are valuing their time at exactly 0. They're treating the ultimate, finite resource of human life like it's as infinite as the air we breathe. In today's explainer, we are going to do a complete engine rebuild on how you view your life's vehicle, and it all starts with the very fuel that powers the whole shebang. To truly wrap our heads around what time actually is, we need to look at the ultimate boundary: mortality. Remember the 1997 movie Titanic? There is this absolutely haunting scene right as the ship is going down. The wealthy industrialist, Cal Hockley, is desperate. He tries to bribe a ship's officer with a massive stack of cash just to get a seat on a lifeboat. And the officer? He rejects it with absolute chilling certainty. He says, "Your money can't save you any more than it can save me." Bam! In those 8 seconds of cinema, the ultimate truth is laid bare. Once your time runs out, no amount of cash is going to rewind that clock. Time, not money, is your ultimate finite fuel. So here is the roadmap for our engine rebuild. We're hitting 6 key steps today: the primordial fuel, free versus indentured time, the parasitic debt trap, education as your fresh oil, beating the "I don't know how" excuse, and wrapping up with avoiding the seminar trap. Let's get into it. Step 1. The primordial fuel, and why time absolutely dominates money. We see what we call inconvenient savers all the time. People who will happily burn 2 hours sitting in gridlock traffic just to save $29 on something across town. They're valuing money over time, which is a massive mistake. Look at this number: $3 trillion. That is the amount of currency exchanged in the world markets on any given day. 3 trillion. To put that insane figure into perspective, you could spend $1 million a day for 8,000 years, and you still wouldn't hit $3 trillion. The takeaway here? Money is infinitely, richly abundant, but time is deathly scarce. You can always print, earn, or acquire more money, but you absolutely cannot defy mortality. Time is the ultimate equalizer. You, me, the richest guy on the planet, we all get exactly 24 hours a day. You're born with a full tank of gas, and let me tell you, there are 0 refilling stations on this highway. Every single second that ticks by is a drop of fuel combusting that you are never ever getting back. The road to true wealth starts by fiercely guarding those drops, not giving them away to stand in a line for cheap chicken. Which brings us perfectly to part 2, free versus indentured time, the ransom of freedom. You see, your lifespan isn't just one big block of hours. It's strictly divided. On the left, we've got your free time. This is the good stuff: sleeping, eating, hobbies, kicking back on vacation. On the right, we have indentured time. Now listen closely, because this isn't just the 8 hours you spend at your desk. It is the morning prep, the brutal commute, and that entire weekend you spend collapsed on the couch just trying to recover from the work week. Here's the painful irony we need to accept: free time isn't actually free. It's bought and paid for by your indentured time. That 2-week vacation, you only got it because you ransomed it with a year of indentured work. The wealthy prioritize manipulating this ratio. They literally steal free time back from the clutches of indentured time. All right, part 3, the parasitic debt trap. This is what we call adding junk to the trunk. In racing, extra weight slows you down. On the road to wealth, that debilitating weight is parasitic debt. Let's break down the devastating math here. Say you buy a sweet $4,000 audio system on a credit card. If your take-home pay is $10 an hour, what's the true cost of that stereo? It's not just $4,000. When you factor in the 10% interest, the true cost is 440 hours of your actual life. Think about that. Every item you finance has 2 prices: the dollar amount and the massive chunk of your free time that you are transforming into forced, indentured servitude. To protect your time, you absolutely have to kill parasitic debt at its source. And that means starving your need for instant gratification. Okay, so we know how to protect our fuel tank. Now we've got to talk about the oil that keeps this whole engine running smoothly. In any vehicle, if you skip your oil changes, the ride gets rough, the engine seizes up, and you are left stranded on the side of the road. On the road to wealth, your oil is your education. Step 4, education, your fresh oil.
There is this massive, fatal misconception out there that once you graduate, adulthood begins, the books close, and the learning stops. Actually, no. Stopping your education at graduation is straight up wealth suicide. Take a guy named Jim. Jim graduated 11 years ago as a stockbroker, but he never updated his skills. Internet technology came along and completely wiped his job off the map. Now, he's working a menial job at a furniture store. His financial vehicle stalled completely because he was trying to run a modern engine on stale, dirty oil from over a decade ago.
This leads us to number 5, beating the I don't know how excuse. Because right now, you are your own university. To get where you want to go, you have to continually reinvent yourself. And the number one excuse people throw out is, well, I just don't know how. That excuse is like a plastic bag ready to smother your dreams, but only if you actually choose to stick your head inside it. Let's look at how accessible knowledge is today. The author of our source text graduated with degrees in finance and marketing, 0 computer science background, but he built a multi-million-dollar web company by hitting the library, devouring internet tutorials, and teaching himself to code. Or hey, what about faux painting? It's a high-end skill paying $10 a square foot. With a few hours of free video tutorials and a week of practicing on old cardboard boxes, you can master it. The only thing standing between you and infinite profitable knowledge is your own personal discipline. But I don't have time. Yeah, I hear you. That's excuse number 2. The fix? It's a strategy called time cheating. You attach your education to unavoidable daily activities. You kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Turn your commute into driving university by cranking audiobooks in traffic. Use exercise university by throwing on a podcast at the gym. Keep a book handy for waiting university at the doctor's office. And yes, absolutely, toilet university. Never sit on the throne without reading something of value. If you aggressively stack education onto time you are already spending, you turn dead time into a turbocharged engine. Now, a word of intense caution before we finish. Number 6, avoiding the seminar trap. The exploitative $50,000 oil change. Look, not all education is created equal. Some of it is engineered specifically to drag you right back into parasitic debt. Welcome to the predatory world of the high-priced gurus seminar. It is absolute madness to drop 50 grand on a weekend seminar that just repackages concepts you can easily find in a $20 book at the local bookstore. These massive events, they prey on laziness. They target people who want the work done for them, spoon-fed by professional public speakers. And guess what? A lot of those speakers suffer from the paradox of practice, meaning they got rich entirely by selling you the seminar, not by actually doing the business they're teaching. Grab the $20 book instead. Yes, it requires discipline and action, but it provides infinite debt-free knowledge. Don't fall for the $50,000 oil change. So as we pull all of this together, protecting your finite fuel from parasitic debt and consistently changing your oil through ruthless self-education, we reach the ultimate proving ground, the red line. Winners are forged at the red line. This is pure, unadulterated commitment. It is the massive difference between being merely interested in wealth and being truly committed to it. Interest reads a book. Commitment applies that book 50 times. You've got to take your foot off the brake. You've got to sweat. You have to take intelligent risks where the upside is limitless and embrace failure as just the natural, unavoidable cost of your eventual success.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I'm leaving you with a question you need to ask yourself today, right now. Are you treating your time like infinite air or the deadly scarce fuel it truly is? Stop waiting around for that mythical someday when all the traffic lights are perfectly green. Someday is today. Grab a book, start changing your oil, guard your free time fiercely, and push your vehicle all the way to the red line. Stay tuned for the next video.